Welcome everybody to this episode of Rant On that is being recorded on a Friday, therefore I hate it. I'm your host, Todd Harden, joined by Geoff Stevens, Michael Fritz, David Fellman, and Jim Kill is currently writing a policy for renters insurance, so he'll be on in a few minutes. And by few minutes, it's Jim, so it might be about an hour. I don't know what
joined your channel.
Son of a bitch.
We actually did start. That's
Also,
the funniest part.
Also, his name is TeamSpeak User.
He changed it.
He changed it. Okay.
We're making some progress.
I made it.
No, you didn't. We started
it's
a couple minutes ago.
8:59. You said 9.
He already started the intro. You're
That's
Geoff
your fault.
Geoff did a countdown. So you missed.
You said 9 o'clock. I'm on time. So yeah, I don't care.
I mean, he has a point, Todd.
No,
I
didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just pressed the button and started.
And you said I wanted to be in control, Geoff.
So
okay, hold on. Let me just roll this back a little bit.
Oh no.
Okay, you said, "Are we still doing a show tonight?" I said, "Yes." At 9. Okay.
At 9. At 9.
Yeah. True. You are absolutely correct. However, I go at Jim Keel because I can't speak Japanese. Not an insurance salesman. And you say yes. And I say, "Come on down" at 8:53 p.m. You do the McMahon walk at 8:54 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then David says he wants you to pop on.
Yep.
And then at 8:58, we're still sitting around going, "Where is Jim?"
And I was looking for my headphones because I couldn't find them.
Right,
oh my goodness! You could have said that in Slack.
I didn't want to be late to the podcast, so I didn't say anything.
God.
All right.
I thought I was doing the correct thing.
What
here.
a rousing start to our podcast.
Fuck all y'all. Geoff, do you want to start with one of your topics, or do you want to pick up on our argument that we had earlier in the week?
Well, I'd like to start there because I'm frankly a little confused as to like what your argument's going to be.
I don't remember what it is either, to be honest with you. So hold on, let me reread this.
First off, let me just give you some context, dear listeners. We had a stream earlier this week. There's a Rainbow Six Siege stream called Siege Wednesday. I'm coining that now.
That's not what we're going to call it because that's a horrible name.
Okay, whatever. If you come up with
a better name. We can call it Ash Wednesday because I always MVP as Ash.
No, you're not because you're playing Knock and Cav all the time now.
Yeah, but I just had MVP as Cav. As Ash just now.
Technically, do you think her face paint is made of ash?
I would hope not.
It's very emo, so I mean, I feel like it's made out of ash. Anyways, we said, hey, we're gonna do a stream on Wednesday. And it's kind of an open invitation; everyone could come. And Todd goes, "Oh, wait, I have plans that night."
Yeah, I do. I had very important plans.
Office trivia.
Yeah, it's very important.
And so. For context, I've never watched The Office, but I'm fairly familiar with it at this point because I've seen God knows how many memes about all the jokes in the Office.
You could watch the entire series on like a meme bar,
right? I'm fairly certain I've seen them all. I may not understand the context behind them, but I'm fairly certain I've seen them all. Kevin's chili spilling everywhere. I've seen it.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
That I've seen it.
Yeah,
Asian Jim. I've definitely seen Asian Jim.
Marvel.
Racist.
I mean, and while I appreciate those jokes, I could not get past the first season of The Office. Therefore, it just doesn't do it for me.
This rolls into the topic, Jim.
I couldn't get past the first season of Doctor Who. So
that's what we're called.
Is that it?
Yes.
All right, so I said I was Office trivia is important. Geoff said I'll never understand the fascination with that show. And he said, and then he quoted us and says it's better after season 1. Give it a chance. So my response was, "You're saying every season of Doctor Who is worth it."
I did not mean to fuck that up.
I'm pretty sure a long time ago, Geoff wanted me to watch Doctor Who, and he said, you have to start with season 7.
He wanted you to start with Tennant
7?
or Matt Smith. He goes, absolutely not. But I would say Doctor Who is not as worshipped in the same way The Office is.
It's not.
There's no way.
Bullshit.
It is absolutely overly worshipped beyond that.
Absolute bullshit.
I would say
more.
The Doctor Who fan base is 10 times more insufferable. I would compare.
Whoa!
Hold on. And I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. Obviously.
Hold on. We're not talking about who's insufferable.
No.
We're just talking about like the overall fan base and fascination with The Office versus Doctor Who. If we're talking about like
enough.
if you're talking about the most insufferable fan base, that'd be motherfucking Star Wars.
That's pretty bad, but also, and
That's
this
fair.
may not. That's fair, but this may not. You guys may not get this one. Maybe Todd, but I think Tool fans of the band Tool, they're probably the most.
Maynard is the genius of our time. Whatever he needs to align his chakras, he goes and plays in the perfect circle, and then he comes back to make.
Oh
more
my
art.
god! And then in between, when I'm gonna take a break from Tool, all they do is listen to the Joe Rogan podcast.
They get really high while listening to Joe Rogan talk to Alex
I didn't mean
Jones.
that. I didn't mean that. Some people are gonna get mad at me
So
for
you're
that.
out of. So Geoff, you honestly think that there are more rabid fans for The Office than Doctor Who?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. So the Doctor Who's been around for a very long time, obviously.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's constantly rebooted itself over the years. The latest iteration has probably been like the most divisive for the fan base.
A lot of horrific misogynists in that.
Listen, I really enjoy Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I think it's fun. I'm not a huge fan of her going like, "Oh, fam," and stuff. I'm not exactly into that vernacular, but what have you. She's a great doctor, a great actress. I hope she has a bajillion more seasons, as much as she wants to do it. But I will say that just from personal experience, and it might be because it's a British show versus an American show, I would say The Office is much more accessible because it's very common ground. People can look at The Office and say, "Oh yeah, I'm an office worker like that," or "I've experienced, boring ass shit like that in my job." Versus Doctor Who is just sci-fi out there. It's definitely not as accessible, and for most people, it'd be extremely hard to get into.
You realize half of Tumblr is built off of Doctor Who fans, right?
Yeah, who uses Tumblr still?
Children.
Yeah,
that's so funny. I just was talking about Tumblr.
And
no. My wife uses it.
Hipsters use Tumblr.
There's a factor here you're not considering, Geoff.
What?
Most of the Office fanatics are
old.
our generation.
Well, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
like
It's much more accessible.
2 generations before us that are Who fans. Or Whovians or whatever the
I
fuck they call themselves.
I think there are a lot of people young. I think Gen Z people who love Doctor Who.
Well,
okay,
and this
my
is
stepdad is a big Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
and that's fine. And what I'm saying though is that I see maybe it's just my personal experience, but like I see the shit out of people quoting The Office religiously all the time, especially at work. Everywhere in my job, you'll walk through cubicles.
Because that show is quotable.
But I see 100 times
100%.
the people
Doctor Who
cosplaying
isn't.
as Doctor Who characters.
Yes, that's what I was going to get to. Yep.
I see Office cosplayers too, though.
No.
Yeah, it's people who go to work.
Yeah.
No,
I wear a button-up shirt and pants. I'm cosplaying as.
I haven't worn pants in like 3 days to work. So
listen,
You need to get a job.
there's a reason why when NBC launched Peacock, they had to buy the rights back for The Office because they knew without it, no one was going to watch it. Jim, you yourself.
Okay, but that classifies more as the fact that they have nothing else.
Yeah, 100%.
Not that The Office is something to build a brand around.
Also,
well, hold on. We're not arguing like that. What is the ultimate argument here? I guess I'm lost.
which fandom? So you said that you believe that more people worship The Office than Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'll say that because the thing is with Doctor Who, people will have they'll have their doctor. Okay. And either they'll stick with it after that or they just stop watching.
Geoff, the fact is, Jim, you're as close as I got to a diehard fan for The Office.
Mm-hmm.
How many Office conventions have you heard of? Like solely for The Office.
I mean, other than like that's what she said, and that's not you can't classify that as an invention.
Okay,
that's the only thing.
So, Googling the words Doctor Who convention, one of the first convention.
There is one Office convention, I don't even know if it still runs.
Okay. So, Googling the words Doctor Who convention brings you to this company called Gallifrey One Conventions.
Yeah.
There's like 50 conventions listed here.
Mm-hmm.
If that fan base isn't big enough, how are they supporting all of these conventions?
Because that's what I'm trying to say. They will support their particular doctor, right? And then after that, it's done.
And 50 plus conventions.
Not necessarily, no. I mean, like, I've never gone to the doctor.
I mean, their attendance is bad. In some of these, but yeah.
Keep scrolling, Todd. Just keep scrolling.
I'm still going.
But the fact that we're even arguing about this when The Office and Doctor Who are crossover shows, like, why does it matter?
Because Geoff said dumb things, so I need to call him out.
But they exist in the same universe. They're literally a crossover show.
First off, go back to that original Slack thread, because I don't think we're talking about the same thing here.
I gotta search for the word worshipped.
I mean, Donna Noble, a Time Lord, goes to Scranton, Pennsylvania as Nellie Bertram.
She's not a Time Lord, but okay.
Oh, you see,
I'm trying to fuck with you, man.
You see your worship and fanaticism made you call him out very quickly on that.
No, I'll say absolutely not, but I would say Doctor Who is not worshipped the same way The Office is. I mean, in recent memory, and maybe it's just because I haven't been keeping up with Doctor Who as much as I recently have, I've seen way more worship around The Office. Like,
well, that's because we have anxiety and we need to watch the same things over and over.
No, I get it.
And we were stuck inside for the last year and a half.
It's comfort food. But before that, even before the coronavirus hit, right?
It's because Doctor Who is not easily available.
Okay, that's
the fault of the BBC.
Is it still on Netflix?
That's not popular.
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
How popular is The Office, the American version of The Office, once you go across the Atlantic?
I don't know.
I think it's pretty hated. When Americans
Doctor Who when you get to Europe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that The Office has just this, like, why are all these podcasts starting to come out all of a sudden?
Doctor
Who popularity
is not available on...
because millennials are eating up the content.
Yeah, Doctor Who is not available on Netflix.
Millennials are at the age Max. Where we are starting to get jobs where we actually make a decent amount of money.
Well, millennial is a wide age range, first off.
Yes.
It's like 85 to 90 something.
So it's not. I would argue that we need to ban the term millennial from this podcast because it's often used incorrectly.
But we're all millennials.
Okay, but you just said we're just now getting jobs, blah blah blah.
No,
okay.
This
is official.
That pay well.
Okay,
I'm beginning to get jobs.
I'm failing to see how that's in any way a correlation to The Office.
Do you want the official millennial years?
Yeah.
Defined by who?
Kasasa.com.
Okay, first off, just so you know, the generations is defined by no particular actual entity.
There not?
It's the whole term and coin of a generation is more of a media based hearsay.
Has anyone contacted Father Time?
Well, you don't know what you're talking about. The terms of what baby boomer, millennial, Gen X, Gen Z, whatever, is all made up by the banking system. It's antiquated at this point. Like, it doesn't mean anything now as far as that goes. But it started out as terming how banks distributed loans. So if you were a baby boomer, you got a little bit of a different loan interest rate than, say, a Gen Xer. If you were Gen X, you got a different loan rate than, say, a millennial. Now, that ended in the 90s, but that's
like
where
how
those
old people
came
get
from.
paid more just because they're old.
100%. 100%. Welcome to my TED Talk. But a millennial is 1981 until 1994.
Yeah, the chart I'm looking at is 81 to 96.
Yeah, that's the other outlier. Is 96 might be it too.
Well, so let me put it this way. I will probably concede that the Doctor Who is universally more popular than The Office.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that its recent viewership has probably dwindled, and that The Office is seeing a resurgence again because it's comfort food for the viewer. I mean, that's really what it is. It's frankly much more accessible.
Well,
people can put it on in the background.
Who wants Peacock?
I mean, it's free if you have Comcast, which you have too. So
I don't have.
It wasn't free for me.
You have Comcast internet, don't you?
Yeah, well, I don't.
I have Comcast internet, and it does not let me download Peacock.
Hey, Geoff.
Because you didn't do the thing I told you to do, Jim.
And call and ask for it.
I did.
Did you call for the device?
I sure did. My apartment doesn't do it.
Get fucked, Geoff.
Well, that sucks.
That is what Comcast told me.
Okay, Todd, what were you asking?
I don't think I was asking.
Or was it Michael?
That was
I don't
me.
know.
That was
Michael, what were you asking?
Racist.
You've been to the Renaissance Festival, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
How many cosplayers at the Renaissance Festival have you seen for The Office?
Me.
How many Dwights have you seen there?
Michael, I've conceded that Doctor
Who is more popular. It's over. I win. Moving on.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm just saying that while the Renaissance Festival is neither of the time periods for these shows.
Well, it's all the time periods for Doctor Who.
First off, the Renaissance Festival is a combination of like whatever the fuck people want to wear, because I think it's Comic-Con.
It is,
but they still don't show up as Jim or Dwight.
Is the Renaissance Fair where y'all watch the people have an orgy in the mud?
I want to consider it an orgy, but yeah, sure.
Was there more than two?
Only if you buy the extra pass.
There's only one.
There was only one person in the mud.
Yeah.
So he's just jerking it in the mud.
I mean, he's a jerk, yeah.
I mean, Michael, the Renaissance Festival is not like a good barometer for anything, because there's like 18 Jack Sparrows roaming around at any given moment. There's a dude in a stormtrooper. Yeah, I mean, it's just like
okay. So
it's that's a
good point, actually.
People treat it as a Comic-Con / Halloween.
You dress up as whatever you love, whatever you worship, right?
Sure.
How many Jims you seen? How many Pams?
I understand that, but again, I still don't understand where you're going with this.
Every year I go, I see weeping angels.
Okay.
I see.
Michael,
I know that.
I already said
I see Daleks.
Doctor Who is probably more popular. What is your point?
Just getting annoyed that he lost and he accepted it, and we're just
no, you're not. You're just continuing an argument that has no point.
Geoff, don't. Be
you might say I'm ranting on.
No, Michael's just trying to irritate me.
Is it working?
Yes, because he's just like, I'm just going to keep spinning circles, even though I'm finished my topic.
So I'm gonna say something in favor of Geoff right now.
No, don't do that.
Hold on. So if you go to Reddit, right, there are Doctor Who subreddits, there are The Office subreddits, but the ones that matter the most
are the porn
is
ones?
Dunder Mifflin, NSFW, and Doctor Horror.
What? Doctor Horror,
which I guess is the same thing. Here's the thing, though. Dunder Mifflin NSFW has almost 13,000 members.
Sure does. 12,663.
Has 50.
50?
50. So
I don't.
So
hold
the
on.
Office fans are more horny than the Doctor Who fans.
Wait. So would we argue at this point that if there's more porn, it's more popular?
Porn makes the world
not
turn.
Anymore, but I would say at one point in society, yes.
I mean, it determines what media we had access
Not anymore,
to.
though. Not anymore, though, because I would agree. I would have agreed with you until like 2008, because the porn industry went HD DVD, not Blu-ray.
Are you sure?
So
it's because it's restricted. That's why there's only 50 members.
Until like the last 6 months of HD DVD, when there were porn movies that started to come out on Blu-ray. But initially, Porn went all HD DVD.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's because
I used to tell people that at Best Buy because I used to work at Best Buy.
Jim, you're a fool. There is a better Doctor Who porn subreddit.
Oh, is there?
Jeff, what is Skaro? Skaro.
Skaro is the homeworld of the Daleks.
Well, that is what the subreddit is called.
Skaro
is reddit.com/r/Skaro.
Oh, the homeworld. Okay.
Yeah, the homeworld of the Daleks.
There is 3.7 thousand members.
Oh, Office still wins.
There's 6 online right now.
And there's 6 currently online, including me.
It's us.
Oh, it's also restricted. Weird. Who's Tracy Adams?
Doesn't sound familiar.
This just looks like regular porn because that's Phoenix Marie. That's a regular porn star. Must have been messed up. Somebody must have taken it over. I am definitely subbed to Dunder Mifflin in SFW.
I am as well.
There's nothing good in there ever, other than
to make you laugh a little bit.
It's pretty fucking funny. Like the top post of all time is probably just Angela naked. Nope, it's Pam and Aaron. It's a deep fake, I think. Let me make sure I'm. Oh no, it's hand drawn.
Aaron didn't come on until season 6. Yeah.
Now
there's also the next thing is Pam getting plowed, and it's her in some movie.
Now, one thing I will also say is that people tend to share The Office
more relatable.
Yeah, I understand that.
Season 5, sorry.
I've seen it shared more often than I like. That's how I know so much about The Office without ever watching it.
You also have 2 very good, and 3 really, because Kevin does too. 3 really good friends that love that show.
Yeah,
I got 4th place in that trivia, so I'm upset.
And then our former guest,
because I wasn't there, I know.
Also quotes it all the time.
Bro, you wouldn't have known some of these questions either. They were upsettingly hard.
Hit me with one.
I forgot because I got so annoyed. I'll ask him. I'll ask somebody that was there in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, who were Michael Scott's heroes, by the way?
Bob Hope.
Yep.
God.
Yep.
And is it Gandhi?
No.
I only remember Bob Hope and God.
It's Bono.
Bono. Okay.
Okay.
I knew it was a one-name person.
Yeah. That was my Doctor Who thing. Jeff is wrong. Let that be on the record. I will cut this out and post it on all the socials.
Shocker.
Jeff, go with your topics because you brought us together on a Friday and it hurts my soul.
Well, I appreciate y'all for doing that. Okay.
I'm going to go back to watching Jenna Fisher have awkward sex.
Jesus.
Hey, later on, and all the fellas that are listening later, thank me later. Just go ahead and type in YouTube Jenna Fisher whisper. You're welcome.
Oh, where she's a whore?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Sex worker.
All right,
no, she's a whore.
I wanted to talk a little bit about NFTs. If you all don't know what that is,
you mean NFT apostrophe S?
No, just NFTs.
What's the S stand for?
I have seen that acronym a million times today,
so
and I have no
NFT.
idea what it is.
It is. Well, so the plural version is NFTs. I apologize.
Apostrophe S.
The Verge is using just S next to it.
The Verge also put an entire tube of thermal paste on a computer, so we can't trust them anymore.
That is accurate. So these have actually been around for a little bit. They're not really new. It's just all of a sudden they're starting to blow up because cryptocurrency is a thing.
Yeah.
And everyone wants to jump on the next hot thing. So non-fungible token.
I refuse.
Fungible?
Fungible is also a great word.
That's my new favorite word.
It's just gross sounding, right?
So good.
Fungible. So, as far as I can understand, people are basically anything digital, such as drawings, music, your brain downloaded and turns into an AI, could be token, apparently, according to this article. People are basically buying the digital rights to various things, including
so fucking stupid,
including tweets,
I saw Jack Dorsey
he's trying to sell his very first, which I'm already shocked that someone hasn't started going after him because it's so stupid. Anyways, the reason why I wanted to bring this up, have you ever heard of a guy named Beeple?
No.
Oh, the artist?
Yes, the artist Beeple.
I'm a huge fan of his.
I figured you would be. So Beeple makes art that I would consider surrealist in its best nature. And basically he, if I'm not mistaken, he makes a post every single day.
Pretty much, yep.
That's his thing.
That's cool.
If you want to follow him, I recommend his Instagram. It is Beeple_crap.
Yeah, so
what?
He posts a lot of interesting things. If you've ever seen, I guess, Donald Trump as a weird man baby, like 3,000 stories tall, walking through the street while I can't really describe it, to be honest with you. He posts some weird ass shit. Anyways, he went to Christie's, which is famous auction house, and said, hey, I want to sell the first 5,000 pictures I've ever done as NFTs.
Okay.
So he, if I'm not mistaken, he made $69 million from this. You can say nice, Todd. It's fine. Todd, I'm disappointed.
Now he doesn't want to.
I'm disappointed in you.
Just wait until I find the actual picture and then I'll say
it. So $69 million is
nice.
Fucking ridiculous. But basically, I don't understand why people are doing this. To buy the...
They want their spot in history.
I get it.
Do you, though?
I get it. But, the amount of money that people are spending on this just blows my mind. It's crazier to me than the GameStop stock thing. That was another weird thing. And apparently, is it back down again? Is GameStop finally dead?
No, they're still holding.
They're still holding? So yep. $264.50 as of last.
They are report. On the Gamma, or I believe the Gamma Squeeze is the one that's going on right now.
Yeah, so
donks.
A bit of financial advice again.
Don't touch GameStop.
Probably don't touch GameStop.
It's not going down for a while.
I would stay away from these things.
I was about to say, if you open your fucking mouth and try and take us away from going to the moon.
No. I'll probably stay away from these things too. I just not really.
I got the Bitcoins and the Ethereums. Got them.
Oh yeah.
How many percent of a Bitcoin do you own?
So, have a percent of a Bitcoin that I have is 0.000322206.
What is that, like $5?
$18.25.
Wait, do that again. 0.
I have 0.000322206.
Did you just
so you have point?
No.
0.03% of one.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I invested $20. That is it, and I have lost $1. I have lost money.
Coinbase? Oh, okay.
I did.
Hey!
And I did Ethereum.
We don't name names if they're not sponsored.
Oh,
I have also lost money.
Forgive me.
Sponsor while you're.
That boggles my mind that this is a thing. This has apparently been around since 2017. People are hopping onto it because they're like, "Oh, Bitcoin, crypto." I understand all of these things. Whoa. I'm just gonna throw my money. Yeah, Best Buy's been going around for a little bit now.
Fuck.
I wonder if Best Buy's gonna be the next
my stock.
The next GameStop.
Oh God, what's it at right now?
It's not crazy.
It's at 110.
It's just been rocketing around.
April of last year, it was at $50.
Let me just say this. So,
do you still have stock in them?
So I do, yes.
Yeah, same.
So I guess right now I probably have quite a bit. without going too into detail, I won a bunch of stocks like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Like 500 shares. It was at $70 a share at the time. When I left in 2012, it was at $9 a share.
Okay.
Oh no!
And then now it's at $110. Frenchman.
Now it's at $110 a share.
Now you haven't sold, have you?
No.
Okay.
So you still have it from when you won it.
Now, let me ask you this, Jim. Is it like unmanaged?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you don't have a financial person like moving dividends around for you?
No.
You probably might want to consider doing that.
Well, now that I'm free,
big boy.
And yes, and a little bit more well off than I was yesterday.
Oh, sorry about it.
I'm not. Nope, that's not what I'm doing. I might throw in some money into the actual grown-up stock market.
Well, okay. So first off, do you where is it sitting right now? Like, is it just like a Best Buy account?
It's probably in his
Fidelity.
Yeah, we use Fidelity.
Okay, but it's unmanaged. Like, no one's
most
actively
yes.
like changing your dividends.
No, nobody.
Okay, so you can get that transferred.
Put it on Robinhood. Do it.
No,
please stay the fuck away from Robinhood.
That's where all my stocks are.
I use Edward Jones personally.
Stay the fuck away from.
Let's also say this real quick. This is what we do. Please don't do what we do.
Yeah,
do your own research. Make your own judgments.
But what I'm trying to say is I think it's like $50. It'd be $50 to transfer it over, but they would be able to start like moving that stuff around to grow it for you.
Yeah, and I know that. I know that. It's just I got these stocks when I was 18 years old. I'm 34 now.
Anybody want to give me $57,805
to buy one Bitcoin?
A single Bitcoin.
Ooh, can I tell y'all a story?
Sure.
I mean, that's what this is for.
I might regret saying that now because I think I need to tell you guys this off mic.
Okay.
That's fine.
I remember I was working at a Best Buy store in 2014, 13, and a bunch of agents were like, we're going to go together and buy Bitcoin. And I was super broke at the time, so I was like, I can't afford it. And I think they ended up buying like 2. They fucking held it until like 2017. Then they
do I know these people?
Sabio?
Yes, I do know them. Yep.
I think they held it until like 2017 and sold it then. Whenever it was at like 19.
Sold it too soon.
Yeah.
Since I don't want to tell that story, and I've probably disappointed people, can I tell a funny Best Buy story?
Sure.
Jim
works for Best Buy, by the way.
I did. One time, this guy had an RCA television. This was probably 2006, and it clearly was like a decade old. It was dusty, like it was not new. But he brought it in, and he stood in the return line, like he was going to try to return this shit. And all of us were kind of like hovering around, like what's going to happen here. And so I'm kind of hanging by. He gets up to the front, and he's clearly like glazed over, like something's going on. And so the very young, first job girl at the counter, sweet as can be, how can I help you? I want to return this TV. No receipt. The TV was 10 years old in like 2006. It's dusty as shit. She's just like, no, we're not returning this. He starts like screaming. And I'm not like saying like, he's like yelling, fuck you, give me the manager, blah, 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 blah. He's like screaming, inaudible screams of just nonsense. Like, just screaming.
Oh, God.
Then he backs up like a little bit. And like, call the police. So we call the police. And then he he gets down, and I don't know how to describe this, Todd. I can only describe it as how like Edge gets down before his pyro goes off.
Yeah, like he
where he just stomps
down.
One foot, stomps another foot.
Yeah,
did that,
kind of like hunkers
and
down.
Yeah, and he hunkers down a little bit. This guy did that. He shoves his hands in his pants.
Oh no!
And he pulls out just a handful of human shit. and he fucking chunks it at the girl.
No.
Oh, God.
Now the girl managed to get out of the way.
That's
But it splats on the wall and stays there.
Oh.
And then he passed out.
Oh, great.
He went unconscious.
Oh,
So he's just there, passed out with.
Hey,
his
Kevin,
shit
David,
on
did you
him.
work at that
This
store
guy
in
till the cops get
2006?
here?
Which one?
Frey Road.
Yeah, I know.
This happened when you were there.
I heard about it. I wasn't there that day, thankfully.
Just for context,
yeah,
the guy
and then
looks
the
like
cops
this.
come. Yes, yeah, he did like that.
Oh, actually, you know what? That happened a year before I was there.
Okay, so
Christ.
yeah, and so he just passed out, and the cops came, and he woke up, and they were putting him in handcuffs, and it was like he had been possessed because he's like, what happened? What's going on? But the sad thing is like he left. He just abandoned the TV. So,
as you do.
yeah. So hopefully that makes up for the not super interesting story that I was going to maybe tell.
If it
but I
makes you
feel
feel
like
any better, Jim, that's not the first naked person story I have about that one particular store.
Well, now that I'm not there anymore, I feel like I need to do like a series, like a short series called Retails. And where we all just tell our tales.
I think we've done that before, though, haven't we?
We have.
We did a little bit of it. Yeah.
I think you were kind of like, I mean, if you want to do like a reprise, considering that you're no longer shackled to the Big Blue.
That number one, but also I'd like to get on like Andrew from Retrospects and Nick from Retrospects, Ed as well. Just because I know they've got stories. Like the time that Andrew was helping out this couple, and the guy just decked his wife for no reason.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it was.
No.
Okay, you
stop.
cut
You
off.
cut off at the.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry.
The guy blanked his wife.
The guy just decked his wife in the face.
Hit her
I
wife.
thought
Got
you
it.
said fucked.
So did I.
And I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes you have to.
That's good. Andrew was helping this couple. The guy
Maybe-
just started fucking his wife.
Sure
Maybe
he
they
had
were
left-
trying for a kid.
I think he had left the store for good at that point. But I did have this one person decide that they really needed to start randomly yelling. They ran through the store. They stripped naked
Oh no!
and just ran outside and started jumping on all the cars outside.
Yep.
Well-
that literally happened at that store more than once because it happened to me too. In 04.
Did I tell you guys about the Whataburger dude last night?
No.
Oh my god! All
Hey,
right,
also,
so
before we forget, Jeff, you had also said that you have something you wanted to talk about, at the beginning of the week.
Oh shit! Well, that was. Someone needs to go back in the Slack to see.
No, that doesn't sound like something.
You didn't tell us though. You just were like, hey,
Jeff,
I
you're
have
bad
an
at
incident
that.
I want to talk about.
Can you start taking notes?
I really, yeah, I do. I'm sorry. Just
You know
if
what's
someone
really
could go back.
fucking difficult?
I don't think you gave us any details.
You
literally
didn't, that's
said,
the problem.
Hey, I have
No,
another
you gave
story.
us 0 details.
Oh,
In front
yeah.
of
No, I know what that
fucking
is.
COVID
now.
vaccine.
Okay, it was stupid. I'll tell it in a second. I know exactly what it is now. Whataburger man. First off,
Okay,
because that's a better story than this other thing will be.
sure. Whataburger,
So
man.
I wasn't like super hungry last night, but all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I want a milkshake. I haven't had a milkshake in a while.
Where's
And
my milkshake?
for whatever
Sorry.
reason, I got some gas at the Kroger over by my place, and I was like, all right, I'll go to the Whataburger. That's the closest place that has a milkshake. If for those who aren't familiar, Whataburger kind of takes a minute sometimes to cook food, especially in the drive-thru line.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, we assume it's because it's fresh, right? Like, it's probably fresh, and that's why it takes a long time. Well, when you go through there's 2 lines, and there's a bunch of cars, and if they're really busy, it's gonna take a fucking minute to get your food.
Huh?
So, I'm in the second line. The person brings me my milkshake. I have to wait. There's 2 cars in front of me. This is not a big deal. I have my milkshake. I got what I wanted.
You're just sitting there sucking on your milkshake.
I'm just sitting there sucking on my milkshake.
Probably still too thick, but you do
sucking
it anyway.
on that thick.
And I had gotten a lemon, like a lemon pie. I got a pie as well, just because I was like, "Fuck it, why not?"
You gotta have something to dip in the milkshake,
right? Exactly. So there's this red truck over on the left, and I have my window down because I'm waiting. Like I have to pay, right?
Kevin.
And I keep hearing this like guy just like scream, and I couldn't figure out where it was. I was like, "Man, is someone like stereo just fucking weird?" No. There was a dude in a red truck who was screaming as loud as possible at the car in front of him. And it goes kind of like this. You motherfucking bitch. What the fuck did you fucking order, you goddamn bitch? And the car in front of them, license plate reads Dasani. So there's all sorts of weird things going on there already.
No.
Dasani tastes like water that was left in a super soaker.
First off, I've never drinking water from a super soaker, but accurate, I suppose.
Yes.
The dude's
never
honking.
drinking water from a super soaker.
I drank water from a hose.
Same thing.
Pretty much the same thing.
Okay, fair. So the dude's honking. He's getting irate. The lady finally like leaves. He like guns it to the fucking window because apparently he needs his goddamn cheeseburger. And he looks at the lady in the window and he goes, "I'm fucking mad as hell." And the lady just like goes, "Okay, here's your food." And he just drives off. That's it. There's nothing like, apparently I don't know what he sought to accomplish. But it was this. I have video of it. It's a little hard for you to hear because there's like a ton of cars around. But it's just, rednecks. It's the type of dude that would probably go to a toy store. This is the reason why I was asking, what is the male equivalent of a Karen?
That's a Chad, bro.
I don't think so.
You're incorrect there.
I don't know. We have to figure that. We have to get to the bottom of this because this would be that dude. He would be the dude. He'd be the apex, whatever that is. Karen.
What's the male equivalent of a Karen? A Steve? No. Okay, go.
A Steve?
See, Chad. Boom.
She's always wrong.
She's always wrong.
Yeah, Chad is a bro.
Equivalent
but then you just said she was right.
I see Ken.
Terry?
That makes sense. That sounds right. Yeah.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
My stepfather's name is Terry. Yeah,
70 years of data to find the male Karen.
Well, his name is Terry.
Well, there you are. So apparently his name is Terry.
God damn it, Jerry.
No, Terry.
No, Terry.
Terry.
Like Terry
Gary.
So this is the dude that would have walked into a store a year ago because, funny story, a year ago, coronavirus hit. Oh my goodness. It's already been a year. Walked into the store and be like, "Sir, can you please put on a mask?" "No, fuck you. I won't put on my goddamn mask." But yeah, that's the infamous Terry the Whataburger man.
I had a customer, like literally it was I was like ready. It's my last day in the store.
You were primed.
I'm like, oh man, I'm not holding back. And of course I have like, everybody is the nicest they could be.
Jim,
like,
I'm gonna tell you right now. That's what everyone hopes their last day will be. They hope that some desperate motherfucker will come up to them, start mouthing off just to be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah, I was ready. I was so goddamn ready. So I'm waiting for it. And I see a guy coming in, and I'm like, yes, this is gonna be delicious.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just like, I give everybody a chance. So I'm always like, sir, I because you never know, they just might not be thinking about it. And I'm like, sir, do you have a mask? If not, I've got one for you right here. And without breaking a stride, he holds up his fist, and on his fist is tattooed the word God. And he says, "Boy, this here is the hand of God, and if you get anywhere close to me, I'm going to put it down on you." And I had to just respect it. I had to just respect it and just let him do it. Because I'm like, That's so fucking good.
Like Jim was fucking ready, and this guy took
it's
all the wind out of your sails.
Dude,
Yep.
you should have prepared for this moment by tattooing "fuck you" on your knuckles.
I know.
Oh man,
damn
missed opportunity. Well, hey, you're working from home now, right?
Yeah, I do. I don't know what pants are anymore.
Personal appearance don't fucking matter anymore. No. I'm pretty sure they're never going to see your hands. So therefore,
no, I have to go. I have to go there tomorrow to turn in my keys.
Oh man, just put some makeup on; it'll be fine. Well,
are you going to be able to wear your pants still?
Yeah, I'll figure out how to wear pants again. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, last year was it April? It was April when I started working from home.
We've been in this shit for a year now.
Yeah, so
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Nothing has changed for me.
Yeah, that's because
look. Nothing changed for me either until like a week ago, and only because I got a new job. That's it.
About a week ago.
Yeah, because your new job was practical and was like, hey, you know what? Maybe now is not the best time to have.
Well, they've never worked in an office.
Yeah, they've always worked from home, from what Jim said before.
Look,
oh, that's nice. So
Yeah, they don't have offices, or they do have offices, but they don't use them.
Dude,
is it like
I would go to that office every day?
Well, is it like one of those offices that's like a temporary...
shared? It's a very hipstery shared workspace. Yes.
Why aren't you there? That seems like something you would do.
Because it's in the Galleria.
Yeah. You know how many coffee houses are over there for you?
Yeah, I get it.
Pain in the ass to get to.
Yeah,
Jeff has
and it's like I have to be there. I would have to be there by 8:30 and then leave by 5:30.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why?
I'm in like training mode, bro.
Are you salary?
Yes, and I have a schedule of training that I have to do for 90 days, and I'm not going to even attempt to like deviate from something.
This company ain't even real.
You called me a douche because of it the other day.
Yeah, I don't like you corporate sellout motherfuckers.
Jim.
Yeah.
Don't let Todd get to you. He's just jealous.
I won't.
No.
Yeah, he is
No.
jealous. No.
He's jealous
Todd,
as fuck that he still works for that place that you don't like.
Hey.
No, I love that place. I will never.
They
not
gave
love
me
it.
$500, so I'd be nice to people.
Hey, government gave you $1,400.
He didn't. It's not in my account yet. Uncle Biden hasn't helped.
I mean, it's supposed to hit this weekend.
Supposed to hit.
They said as early as.
Let me check my bank account. I'm gonna be super happy if it's in there.
If it wasn't there earlier today, it's not going to be there now.
Yeah, it's not going to process on a Friday night.
I don't know. They said some of them are processing overnight.
Really? But overnight, not like during the middle of the day.
Not at 9:45 in the evening.
Let's see.
Yes,
I'm checking too.
All right, give me.
I'm checking too.
Do you have a?
It is not in there.
Thirsty.
Do you have another topic, or do you want me to go to our sponsor real quick?
Let's hear from our sponsor.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear from the sponsor.
Hi, everyone. This part is about to be edited. You'll hear a hard cut. If you wanted to know what you missed out on that caused Jim to have a panic attack, you should join our Twitch streams or our Patreon. Twitch.tv/RankTmedia or Patreon.com/RankTmedia, where we post the entire video with everything in there, no cuts, no anything. Then usually includes a post show and a pre-show, to be honest with you, with some extra games. Like we played Jeopardy a couple times. Join the fun. Thanks.
Jim, are you having a panic attack right now?
A little bit. I mean, I'm you know, how, like the Hulk is like always angry.
Yeah, you're always.
I'm just always in a state of.
He's
panic
always
attacks.
in a state of anxiety. Also, of all the threads to like at me, the cross chat one is probably the worst one to use.
I love our new Slack stuff.
By the way, we'll talk about that just because it's interesting to me. So we have two main shows. We have Rant On Retrospect
City.
First of all, that's a Wrestling with Regret reference that no one else understands except for me.
That's why I said it, because I knew Todd would know it.
Oh, God.
So we have the two, and for a long time we had two separate Slacks.
Yeah.
And I guess that's because Jim didn't want to be around us.
No, it's because I didn't know how.
Also, he didn't know how. But then finally, whenever we all hung out last, Geoff was like, "Why don't we just have one big one?" So now it's just shit posting between mostly me and then the Retro Space guys. Back and forth.
It's
back
straight
and
up
forth.
chaos.
And my favorite part is David chooses to ignore the cross chat. And then we'll go into the Ranty Media chat and be like, this thread's dead. Because you're not where all the other fucking people are. We're having fun.
Well, I think David may have just unsubscribed from cross chat.
Oh, well, that's his
No, I
problem.
think he muted the notification. I think he's still in there. He just muted the notifications.
I mean, I thought about muting I muted Nick Caged Heat so fast.
It doesn't get updated often.
Thank
God.
He
Sorry,
got married.
Nick. Yeah, he got married. I know that.
Yeah, he's old, right?
I left Nick Caged Heat as soon as it like popped up on my thing. I don't know, man.
It's
I was
a
just
wonderful
like,
place.
Is it?
Michael's in
It's
there.
so wonderful.
Michael's active.
I yeah, I see that.
Everything
It's the new
Nick
Ranty Media
does
show.
to me is just so interesting. So I think that's
Like
why I
tossing
like
yourself?
it so much. Huh?
Nothing.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I really enjoy this cross chat because there's always something stupid going on in there. But then, did we bring this up on a podcast where like Jim completely ignored years and years of streaming where he's like, has anybody heard of Auntie Donna?
Oh man,
I'm like, you
had no idea.
motherfucker.
Had no idea.
Yeah,
I was
like-
like, have you heard of this Auntie Donna show that everyone's talking about?
I have annoyed our Twitch stream with that for literal years. At
So
this point.
here's the thing about Auntie Donna. Like, so when I saw it come up on my Netflix, I logged in and I never get on Netflix
I
anymore.
don't either. Now that
But
the
I
office is
got
gone.
on it, and it was like the first thing that was spotlighted. And so I'm like, and I'm like, I guess I was doing something else while it was loading up, and it was the song about everything being a drum.
Yeah.
Came up as like kind of like the preview, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I saw executive producer Ed Helms, and I'm like, I have to watch this. And like, I almost was like, I like had like sore. I was sore like I worked out. I was laughing so hard at that fucking show.
Also, this made
And it's old. It
maybe
came out in like November.
this maybe made the greatest GIF of all time. And if I remember right, in the show, it plays a very like jazzy
Well, it's the scene from Pulp Fiction.
cunt.
What's the scene? Okay,
Well, movie that I haven't seen.
She goes, don't be and then just draws the square, and then that's it. But he went further.
Auntie Donna.
But just great. like the hipster barbershop scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did the hipster barbershop in the show?
Yes.
Oh, that's a classic
The show
sketch.
is so funny.
That's a classic. Have you ever seen the
No,
the
not
hipster bar? Man,
Do they do a lot of these sketches like on their own or like on like live or something?
It's YouTube. I mean,
Okay.
I think that series is called "Haven't You Done Well" or something like that. But yeah, you'll like the hipster bar one. But yeah, I was like, "Are you serious? Did you really just ask if I know about Auntie Donna? We've been playing it here for years."
Because it's like there's one person that I'm like,
Oh, I'm sorry. This
or
was
two
called
people,
Trendy.
and it was Ed and Nick that I figured would really like it. But I now can't refer to coffee as anything else but morning brown.
Morning Brown. They also did speaking of D&D, we were talking about D&D earlier, which we're going to do at some point, and I kind of want to record it in some way, shape, or form. They did a sketch where one of them is the DM, and he keeps giving people cancer, so they no longer want to play with him. He's like, ooh, you've been infected with cancer. Oogie boogie cancer.
They're not the show or the comedy troupe that like is like they work in a retail space, is it?
No, that's Board, I think is what you're thinking of.
Okay.
I mean, they do a lot of.
Are you thinking of
random
Viva
shit.
La Dirt League? Like, I have to put it up in the chat for you
I've
to.
never heard of Viva La Dirt League. Anytime I hear Viva Lot, I think of BAM.
You mean like that kind of like Best Buy Circuit City knockoff?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
that's not. Yeah, that's not board. That's
I typed it up. Austria. It's oh man, I have Slap Bang.
Yeah, I think that's right. That sounds about right.
Slap Bang, huh?
And then there. Oh no! I am thinking of Viva La Dirt League.
Oh, you are?
Yep, I am thinking of that.
Yeah, they did. I really like them a lot. They do a show called NPC Man, or Epic NPC Man, and it's like every single trope from every single online RPG possible.
Why are they still making videos about PUBG?
It's very popular
2021.
for them. It's very popular for them.
I forgot about PUBG.
2020.
So they do they do PUBG, they do
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, they did Red Dead Redemption 2. The Epic NPC Man is probably one of the most famous ones because they've actually made like they did a Kickstarter for it, so they're actually making like a short film around it. They also did a D&D. If you like
watch video.
Oh yeah. They also did a Apex Legends one, and the one of the white dudes played Bangalore.
Oh no!
And like it's him in the Bangalore costume. He's like, "Yeah, this is happening. Just let it be." And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so bad."
Does anybody else miss that game? Because I miss that game.
No. Which one? Apex?
Apex?
Hell no.
No.
You got a second chance. It's coming out on the Switch.
Fuck,
I'd rather
dude,
play
it's
PUBG.
apparently terrible on the Switch.
Yeah, I've heard.
Board is actually really famous for having a skit where there's a guy who's like, "Hey, I'm looking for a gaming computer." He's like, "Oh, cool. What kind of computer?" A Mac. And the dude like comes up behind him with like a golf club and just whacks him in the head.
That was one of my favorites.
I've definitely seen that one. Yeah.
I want to play D&D now.
So you know what's funny is like, I don't want to play D&D, but I want to play a tabletop RPG. Just not D&D.
Why not?
I can't give you an answer, and I'm just gonna say what y'all are thinking. Because it's too popular.
All right, so you want to play like Pathfinder?
No, I don't want to play like Pathfinder. I want to play like Blades in the Dark. By all accounts, that's better anyway.
Got it.
What'd you say?
I said your hipster's showing.
Oh yeah, no, agreed. I'm not gonna even argue, but I hear from every like good RPG like show that this is like the one to play.
What is it called?
Blades in the Dark.
Hold on. Let me just back up a second. You said every single YouTube show.
It's just highly rated.
Okay, it's highly rated, and everyone's talking about it.
Yep.
Would that not make it too popular for you?
It doesn't though, because it doesn't have that like. It's just like D&D like has so much, and it's the obvious choice between everybody. Like,
right.
Everybody.
Okay.
It's the same reason why I probably like, and I don't secretly hate Catan, but it's probably part of the reason why I hate
watch
Catan
your fucking
so much.
mouth, all right?
Okay, so what you're telling me is that if it's too
I'm admitting
popular,
that I'm wrong in all this. I'm being shitty. I know that.
This has already gone too far.
I know you're trying to trap me into something, but
this has gone too far. I'm already on an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, I mean, there's
involving tariffs.
There's a dude I was watching the other night do a live stream about him like building a town, like him like constructing like all the townspeople and backstories for them and taverns. I was like, this is the most interesting shit I've watched recently. And then I got off of that stream and I was just like, watched a dude for 40 minutes talk about how the fisherman is having an affair with the baker. They don't even have names. And I'm already like more invested than I would be in The Office.
So, you're aware of Board Game Geek, right?
Yes.
Okay, there's RPG Geek.
Okay.
Do you want to know what the top, let's go 10 ranked RPGs are?
Is one of them Blades in the Dark?
So I'll just go down. Number 10, Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Okay.
Number 9, something called Dungeon World. 8, Legend of the Five Rings, which they recently turned into a board game. 7, Trail of Cthulhu. 6, Pendragon. Number 5, Blades in the Dark. Number 4, Fiasco, which that one also seems like a lot of fun. 3, Apocalypse World. And then number 2 and 1 are both Call of Cthulhu. Number 1 being the 7th edition, which is the newest version. Apparently that is the number 1 ranked RPG to play.
Okay.
But
I mean, that's fine.
If you take the time to look at Call of Cthulhu, it's fucking massive.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there's big board like RPGs like that are designed to be a complicated system, right?
Yeah,
and a deep story and all that other stuff. The thing that I appreciate about D&D is that you can strip a lot of the fluff away, and start very basic, grounded. Some of like the homebrew stuff that I was looking at the other day looked really fascinating. It's something I definitely want to get into. The dude that I was watching the other day, Fables. I think Fables of Refuge is what he was. Is that what it is? Fables of Refuge. Yes. He occasionally does a stream, and the only reason why I watch him is because he's originally from Corridor Digital, so he was like their vlogging guy. Left that company and was like, I'm gonna go start my own D&D campaign.
There are too many videos.
Who, for Fables of Refuge?
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of videos for sure.
He's only been doing this a year?
Yeah, he's been doing it a year.
They played Push the Button. Our favorite games. Tabletops sound great. Like tabletop RPGs, they sound great, but personally, I want just to see how this group between us and Retrospecs would survive.
Well, so first off, there's who could commit.
Yeah, that's mostly the problem.
That is, and I think that's like the bane of.
I would kill off Justin's character the second the first session started because he wouldn't be there.
It figured like 20-page elaborate backstory, and he just goes, "You know what, man? You just fell into a hole, and you would have never seen again."
I've talked about it a ton of times with that group, because we played tabletop games fairly regularly.
You had like a problem though with them
also showing up on.
I had a problem.
Yeah, like not like personal, but it was like something about like you all could never agree on like what game to play.
Oh yeah, we all had very different tastes.
That's what it was.
Like Nick was really big into like big miniatures, big massive like huge games
like Warhammer.
Yes, but not to that scale. Like I fuck Warhammer. That never. I did get into for a really brief time their card game called Shadespire. That was fun, but that was it. Indra was more into like time management games and games that stress me the fuck out. Like think of the game Overcooked, but like a board game.
I will say this one thing.
That's called perfection.
If there is ever a trope in video games that needs to be banned forever, it's time management systems.
Yes.
Agreed.
I
don't need to like, especially if it's like, hey, you need to get from point A to B in 35 seconds. Go.
Yep.
Like countdown clocks and timers and any of that shit. Like I hate it. It was the only thing I hated about Jak and Daxter. There was like a fucking time-based race that you had to do.
I mean, every game had that one.
It's lazy.
I mean,
it's lazy.
That was that generation of games. Hell, even Legend of Zelda did it.
Grand Theft Auto has a bunch of them.
I would say that it's still a thing.
That's Grand Theft Auto in a nutshell.
Yeah,
get from point A to point B, kill X number of NPCs, do it in under a certain amount of time, don't die.
Yeah, but not. I can think of one big one per game. Like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is in my top 5 games of all time. There's the level where you have to plant the explosives using the helicopter drone. That's the only one that I could really think of.
That was Vice City, or are you thinking of San Andreas?
Nope, I'm thinking of Vice City 100%.
The helicopter drone?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the RC car?
No.
Oh, they're both in that game. Well, no.
The RC car, though, is, I think, a side mission.
I know what helicopter drone you're talking about.
It's the one where you have to... The building is being built, and you have to go destroy it.
Okay.
And that's... Because it's Donald Love. It's Donald Love who's getting you to do it, which is Vice City.
Okay.
But my games are more like engine building games. Like, you start off with specific resources, and like you do moves, and you get more resources, and you do moves, and you get more workers and more resources, until, if you're playing the game right, you basically have automated your entire moveset. That was my type of game. But a lot of people can kind of think that could get kind of boring, and I could see that. But that's why I love Scythe and viticulture and stuff like that.
I don't know. I haven't played an extreme amount of board games, although my closet is full of them. The Haunting of Hill House was, or
Betrayal at Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
That
one.
I have that one. That's a good one. They have a legacy game version of that now that I'd like to get. A legacy game, if you didn't know, is a board game that you can really only play through one time, and then because you can't play it again after that.
That bums me out.
You might destroy cards or mark on the board, so on and so forth. I've got two, and like, once the pandemic is over, I've got two unopened. I got Pandemic Legacy Season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That are unopened, that I have not played, that, like, seriously, I think could be... I've been told that by people who play video games, that some of the most emotional gaming moments of their lives have been playing that game.
What game?
Pandemic Legacy.
The game sucks. Sorry.
You've never even played it.
Legacy, sorry.
Yeah, not Pandemic. I've played Pandemic.
That game also sucks and hurts my heart.
So, David, do you have a HomePod yet?
Ew. David's gone.
David's off in Wonderland. Yeah,
no, I fell asleep. No, I'm kidding. No, I do not have a HomePod.
Well, you might want to look at getting one because it just discontinued it.
That thing was garbage.
Get fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't that invested in it when they first came out.
But if you get two of them, you can do Dolby Atmos.
No, that's stereo.
Oh, wait, I thought Dolby Atmos. No, I'm fairly convinced by my own logic that they said something about Atmos.
Who making Atmos?
Dolby Atmos.
Dolby Atmos. Real names, no gimmicks.
Use a HomePod.
First of all,
hold on. Use a HomePod or stereo pair with your Apple TV 4K to create a theater experience with Dolby Atmos or surround sound right in your home.
So wait. That's more than two speakers, though.
No.
Yeah. Read it again.
It says if you want to use two HomePod speakers,
continue.
Create a stereo pair.
Oh, correct. Continue.
Okay. And then it just says use a HomePod.
Okay.
Or stereo pair, which is two.
Right.
Okay.
To
create Dolby Atmos or surround sound right in your home.
No, you skipped something.
To create a theater experience.
No, you skipped a phrase.
Okay.
You mentioned Apple TV in there.
No. Use a HomePod or stereo pair with your Apple TV 4K.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
What does an Apple TV 4K connect to?
TV?
What does a TV have on it that makes sound?
A speaker?
So how many speakers?
That's a relative disable that. Why is that a problem for you?
Because it's still not just two speakers.
I mean, generally, when you use a sound system with something,
you disable
the TV
no,
speakers.
you're using those as rears. You're using those as rears.
Hell no.
Aren't you using the fucking AirPod? What the fuck are they called?
HomePods.
They're discontinued. Nobody cares. Aren't you using those as rears?
I don't think so. Not in this instance.
You are correct, Todd. That's exactly how they intend for you to set it up.
Well, I'm right now.
Okay, I'm gonna say that there is no definitive answer, David or Todd, because it doesn't say.
All right, I'm going to
use these as rear speakers. It just says use them to create a Dolby Atmos experience right in your home.
I don't need your fucking attitude. That's about that.
I'm sorry that you're upset about this.
No.
Apparently you are.
What is that? Is that a smart things? No, home theaters have shitty TV speakers disabled. I agree. But still, if it's 2 speakers, that's stereo.
2 speakers is stereo. You are correct.
Yes.
Dolby Atmos
is
in
6.
its purest form is 6 speakers.
Okay, well, we're talking 2 different things though here. Obviously, they're talking about virtual Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, I want
Now, in theory, the HomePod speakers have basically 360 sound.
Yes.
So you could fire ones facing walls and whatnot to create a Dolby Atmos sound.
Yes.
So I can see how you could create a virtual Atmos.
Well, listen. All I know is that Apple enabled this, and Dolby has said, "Yo, this is Dolby Atmos."
I mean, it's not going to be any different than, say, the sound bars that save their Atmos as well because they have up firing speakers.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that Dolby Atmos came out in theaters. Came out in theaters, and we're like, "Hey, we're got a shit ton of speakers. We can control the sound mix to go to whatever speaker we want to make it a more immersive experience." We agree that is the original intent.
Yeah, that is traditional Atmos. You are correct.
And then what happened was that companies were like, "Hey,
sound stages."
No, they're like, "Hey, Dolby, can we just license the Dolby Atmos name?" And they're like, "Yeah, fuck it. We need money. Sure, whatever."
I don't think.
I think that's essentially what happened. That's essentially what happened. Because, I mean, I'm just reading the article. I can buy two HomePods. I've already got the Apple TV 4K, so I'm already set there. And I can have a Dolby Atmos home theater system.
It reminds me, remember when Ultrabooks first came out?
Oh, God,
and
yes.
And people would make laptops that fit the absolute minimum specs of an Ultrabook.
Yeah.
And slap an Ultrabook sticker on it. And then Intel was like, they're not really Ultrabooks. They're just technically Ultrabooks.
Now, what I'm trying to say is that they've discontinued these. So, I mean, if I could pick up a couple of these for $200, I'd be happy. I'd be happy.
About $350?
They'd be garbage for every other application.
Why don't you just not? Because fuck that.
Well, no, because they're focusing on the HomePod Mini, because that's been a surefire selling.
No.
Just like the iPhone Mini?
That's literally what
apparently the
saying.
iPhone. I saw the iPhone Mini was in the news because it like drastically undersold.
Yeah, 70%.
I sold one.
I would have bought one if it had a better battery.
They dropped
your hand would just devour it.
That's how
their production on that phone dropped by 70% because they did not sell as many as they were supposed to.
I might get one for my mom. My mom loved her iPhone 5.
Well,
but it doesn't have a button.
It's funny because
she's got a 10R right now. She's good.
Oh. If you read like the Verge comments on that article in particular, they're like, "Oh, look, Verge commenters, you were fucking wrong," because apparently like the Verge wanted a fucking smaller phone, for some stupid reason. And they're like, we need to have the iPhone 12 mini. So Apple was like, we're going to make it. And it just didn't. Because it's expensive. It's expensive.
I found a comment from David. I remain convinced that the low demand is due to the audience. iPhone users are documented to be higher, quote-unquote, consumers than Android users. Android users lean towards utility and probably want a pocketable phone.
All right,
Fortunately,
David.
they're not almost smaller than most blah, 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 blah.
So David's alias is Lucent to 36.
Hey, hold on. First off, how long ago was that?
March 10th, 2021.
2 days ago.
Yesterday.
Oh.
Or 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah. Did you forget your own comment?
I was probably saying something against you and wasn't really that invested.
Yeah, okay.
Where was that phone size scale? Where'd it go?
I'll tell you what, I did flirt with the iPhone Mini for a little bit, but to me the Pro is just like the perfect size.
Well,
David's
okay.
like it's a new Apple thing that I haven't had before. I have to have had one to say I'm an expert. Otherwise, I'm not an Apple fanboy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you got it.
And also, like, your wife bought your phone for you, so
Yeah, bitch.
I'm pretty sure she was just like, he ain't gonna be happy with the Mini, and I don't want to fucking.
You know what I
return
kind
it.
of want?
A Palm Pre.
Do you want a Game Boy Advance Android phone? Is that what you want?
Fuck.
Do you want a Palm Pre?
No. I mean,
Do you want? Hold on, no. I got one better for you.
A
You want
Microsoft
Game Boy Advance SP running Android 2.3
The fuck?
because that'll really take you back to the Metro
he wants
days.
to get the what's that? Was it kickflip? What was like
Sidekick.
Sidekick. He wants a sidekick.
Here's a sidekick.
First of all, shut the fuck up.
We're not allowed to endorse the Sidekick because I think Andy Rubin got canceled.
How's that screen burn-in working for you, Jim?
It's annoying as shit, to be completely honest. I'm super fucking annoyed by it because,
And
like,
Michael, how's that screen burn-in working for you?
Oh,
I mean, it's faintly visible when it's on a super bright screen, like solid white. I use like every app in dark mode, so I don't notice it unless I look for it.
and that's what I am now. I literally caught it in a bright light, and that was it. That was the only time I ever saw it. I can't get it to replicate again. So literally, it might not be there, but I know it's there.
Now I'm gonna say this right here for people that think I'm being stupid. The iPhone perfectly capable of burn-in too.
Oh, well, of course.
It can happen. It's not. It's the same technology essentially.
Jim,
as far as I know,
I found a phone for you.
Yeah,
the essential.
that was like the phone everybody loved, right?
That was the coolest fucking phone at the time.
Okay, I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah, that was the
under
phone
a bright white light, and I don't see it.
They also got canceled, and then now they got sold to.
I kind of want the Razor.
Oh,
the fuck
Jim.
up.
Jim.
Do you know why?
Because it has that old school mode where you're fucking. I hate you. There's like a classic mode.
The Razor was the first, and we've talked about this ad nauseum, but the Razor was the first phone I ever bought myself.
Jim, so how many copies of Tenet do you want on the Game Boy Advance?
Isn't that such a cool thing?
Did you all actually like watch the video footage?
No.
Yeah.
6 frames per second. 6 frames per second.
We should put our podcast on GBA cartridge.
That is going to be. I want if Retrospecs makes it to 100 episodes, I will put episode 100 on a Game Boy cartridge.
Do you know how to do this?
No, I will find somebody that can do it.
I know how to do that. It's stupid. It's simple. Fucking R4
card. Todd.
I'm not gonna. Help
you.
I
got my R4 card for my DS,
and I'm pretty sure Jim, in his 90 days of training, is not going to learn how to put
no
audio on a Game Boy.
I'm a salesman.
They support working from wherever.
You know, it'd be really funny.
Razor 5G.
Listen, it'd be really funny if Jim goes into his boss and say, "Look, I've got a revolutionary concept. All right, you ready for this? Nintendo Switches for everyone. It can play Netflix. No, wait, it can't.
It can't. You can play Hulu.
You can do
Hulu. You can play the Super Mario Brothers.
Can I watch the Super Mario Super Show?
It doesn't have a.
Switch?
It doesn't have a camera, does it?
No, it doesn't have a camera.
Oh, no Zoom calls on there.
I haven't done a Zoom. Apparently, right. I got an earful about how much Zoom sucks recently. So
Zoom is garbage.
Yeah,
my mother hopes that no one ever figures that out because she invested in Zoom. I was like, stop it.
I am. You know what I'm a fan of? I'm a fan of Teams. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What a Microsoft shill you are now.
We use Teams for 95% of everything that we do at
work.
work.
Same.
The other 5% we use Zoom because our vendors use Zoom.
Well, now now that I have a Microsoft, not an Office, I have a Microsoft 365 Business Premium license.
You know what that comes with?
There's so much.
Xbox Live.
You get access, I'm sure, too, right?
Yeah.
Access Publisher.
Do you know the other?
Does it come with Vizio?
It probably does.
I don't know. All I know is there's something called Power Apps to make apps, and that's cool.
That's what Best Buy uses. Where's that classic mode on this phone?
Do you know what I cracked open the other day for the first time in like years?
What?
Microsoft OneNote.
Oh yeah.
I use OneNote. I use OneNote every day.
I was using it because I was like, I want to do an outline for my story that I'm writing because it's starting to get to the point where
the fan fiction is already.
Yeah, well, it's starting to get to the point where no, we're not doing it, Todd. I swear to God, we're not doing it. Nope, we're not doing it.
Oh yeah, what is your stupid story?
Not fucking Lord of the Rings gay fan fiction. I swear to
God,
he fucking found his notes. First
of all, let me make it very clear.
Why can't we move Todd out of the channel?
Let me make it clear. Sam and Frodo are not gay. They are pansexual, and they love who they love.
What's the line from Clerks 2? They're not gay. They're hobbits.
Hold on. If Frodo never had a female lover, wouldn't that just make him gay?
First off, Sam gets married.
Sam gets married.
Sam gets married. Frodo doesn't.
Frodo jumps on a boat with an old man Dumbledore.
Yeah, maybe they're gay with each other. We don't know. It's not really clearly
saying he's not gay is incorrect.
In the last month, that's our most downloaded episode.
Sure is.
No, it's
as
not.
It should be.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Number 2 is my Nintendo Direct episode for Retrospecs.
Well, hold up. You said of all time?
No. Of the last month.
Oh, well, that's not a high bar, Jim.
I'm just saying.
It's not a high fucking bar, let's be honest.
Hold on, I gotta look up something.
What is it? David always says the fucking 3 people that listen to
There's at least 6.
There's at least 6. Great.
So
there was
the
6.
top 5 episodes. 3 of them are all you and me, Geoff.
Spooky, scary.
Well, that's because we fucking make the best things ever, not fucking gay Lord of the Rings.
It's 1, 3, and 2.
Did fucking never mind.
I'm sorry. What were you about to say, Todd?
Hold on, I'm looking up where hot springs are on this map.
Then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood review. And then one of our Pornhub year reviews.
Yeah.
Hey, number 6 is the first episode of Retrospecs.
Fuck that.
So, the story of betrayal is so stupid. I'm so sorry for this. So, my wife is going to kill me. I come home from lunch one day, and I see that she is eating pizza rolls. Totino's pizza rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And I had bought these before the great storm of 2021. Because I thought, we'll have something to eat. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh. You lost power.
I lost power. So we never had
frozen ass fucking.
So we never had the Totino's pizza rolls. Anyways, I come in, she's eating them, and I was very upset because I was like, "Look, I had bought that for both of us, for us to both eat."
But you
lost
power.
No, but I thought that she had eaten the whole bag, and so I I made it know just how quote unquote upset I was. And then basically I was like, you know what? The thing that makes me more upset is that you cooked the pizza rolls. You knew that I was wanting the pizza rolls and you didn't offer me any. And so I stole 2, and I was like, cool, we're settled. It's fine. I'm very hurt. I'm very upset. And then I come to find out that she'd only eaten like 20 of the pizza rolls. And she's like, did you actually think that I ate all of the pizza rolls?
Wait, so you were legit upset about food?
No.
I mean, it's Geoff.
Is there literally only one woman in this entire fucking series?
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because Tariel doesn't exist. Like, she's not a real person. Arwen is technically one of the only ladies. No, there's Arwen, Galadriel, Éowyn.
Why are they not under A?
Well, Arwen is Arwen.
Look, it's not on this Wikipedia page, so
I'm sorry that you. I don't
all
know
right,
what you're.
So look, so after they dropped the ring off, and then they had their fun at their house, they wanted to take a vacation, so they went to. God, I'm gonna butcher this. Vangordurim, which is a volcano. Was a string of volcanoes.
Todd, can I just say
in the
that
Iron Mountains in the north?
Can I just say that we need to get Stephen Colbert on here, and you and him
with your pronunciation
for that first off, and then listen. If you really want to make this a serious thing, I seriously want you to reach out to Stephen Colbert, and I say, look, I have a new story for you.
Hold on.
And I would like you.
Does Tom Bombadil have a hot wife?
Yes.
Hold on. I'm
yes.
literally...
The hobbits are very enraptured.
Tom Bombadil is actually... all right. Well, so here's the thing. They go to this place in the Iron Mountains, and you know what happens whenever you're near volcanoes? Hot springs.
Gorodum?
Hot springs.
I'm gonna need to see proof that there's hot springs near these mountains.
So they didn't really map it out that well because Middle Earth doesn't have GPS.
What the fuck do you mean they didn't map it out? I have a giant map above my desk.
And you made some shit up. It's not canon.
Oh, this is not canon because the ghost said he went to Geoff, and Geoff said, "Fuck off, ghost."
Fuck off, ghost.
All right, look, Sam and Frodo, they went to the hot spring and they were bathing, and then there were some floaties in the water after they were done.
What?
Just floats in water.
Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not proud of this one. I'm not.
Yeah, I was about to say this wasn't really well thought out, and I'm a little embarrassed for you.
This is one of my notes that I had. Hold on, I'm working.
Listen.
As they were sitting in there, Sam was just singing "Two bros sitting in a hot spring, 6 feet apart," because they aren't gay, but then they really were because they suck each other off a lot.
Anyways,
also dildo swaggins is another note, but I think Nick came up with that.
Yeah.
So next podcast,
I'll think of a new thing to make fun of.
I believe it'll happen by then.
I'll reach out.
This is probably going to be around the next Retrospects recording. Jim, you record on Sundays, right?
Sundays
at 9 Central most of the time, unless somebody doesn't show up on time.
On the 18th of March is the Snyder Cut, and that's being released.
My God. Please don't make me watch that like day of or within the first week.
No. Well, with the first week for sure. We're going to be recording that Saturday.
Midnight release, Todd. Get on it.
Yeah. We're gonna have controversial statements. We gotta have different angles. We have to be like, listen.
I'm sitting this out because I haven't even seen the main cut of
Michael.
This is the
neither have I.
I'm
not going to watch it.
Michael, what are you watching right now?
nothing. I go to work. I come home.
Bridgerton.
That is
all the Marvel movies.
He watches Bridgerton.
What? Jesus Christ! What was the last thing you watched?
RuneScape World 51.
That's a good answer.
I think it was My Hero.
Yeah. Good choice.
My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good pick.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to up that.
I was thinking.
Those are rookie numbers.
I don't watch TV either.
I'm going through
You
all
watched
the Marvel
WandaVision?
movies.
I did watch WandaVision.
So, I mean, and something about that made you stick around.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Oof.
Yeah. Let's be real.
Every time I would open Reddit, because that show is so popular, she would always be at the top of my thing for like celeb NSFW. Like, oh, that's Wanda.
My wife
railed.
even said she could get it.
Is she on the list now?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Snyder Cut's coming out March 18th. I want to do a podcast that Saturday. I don't know if Todd may not finish all 4 hours of it by then.
There's no.
You might want to ask the Retrospects guys because I think they were talking about watching it.
Yeah, all right. Retrospects people.
They're dead. All of them dead.
I mean, Jim summoned the Retrospects people.
Down the horn of Gondor, which means just blowing somebody. And
you're
yelling.
Charlie from Charlie's Angels, Jim. Congratulations.
Are you black? Are you Bernie Mac?
Oh my god. I'm not Tom Bosley.
Which, by the way, I had no idea that was Bernie Mac. Who's the man?
Are you
the man.
serious?
Strong, healthy, black
That's from
man.
yeah. I
had
remember
no
that.
idea that was Bernie Mac.
Wow.
Yep.
I haven't watched that show in like 15
I love
years.
that show. R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
Mr. 3000.
Oh,
300.
wow, that's the movie you go to.
Oh,
It used to be on TBS a whole lot.
Yeah, that's true. So I am going through all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, we're gonna have
In
a
a weird
discussion
order.
about that too. Jim, I don't know. Is it gonna be better for you if you do like a couple of podcasts, like to keep your memory fresh? Because there's a lot of movies.
Strong, healthy, black.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to do podcasts. I might just do blogs. I don't know. Like every 3 movies or so.
Well, okay. What I would like to do is at least one.
Or like a check-in. Every time we do Rant On, like do a check-in.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Jim's MCU check-in.
Yeah, so
MCU
you ranked
Jim
Captain
CU.
Marvel.
Boom, bitch!
No.
Jim CU.
Boom,
No,
bitch!
that's where we rate.
I am
Emeralds and
temporarily
Topaz.
not Jim Tendo 86. I am Jim CU 86.
Christ. So you ranked Captain Marvel above Captain America,
I did.
the
Yep.
first Avenger.
I sure did.
Also,
sure
what
did.
the fuck order are you watching in this?
I'm watching it in
chronological.
chronological order.
Now,
Oh.
are you including the TV shows?
Nah, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a lot.
Well, because
there's a lot
really,
there.
I did watch all of WandaVision. That's done. But are you talking about like that other
Agents of
show?
S.H.I.E.L.D..
Yeah, fuck that.
Peggy Carter.
I
Agent
remember
Carter.
when that show was live on the air. That show sucked a bag of dicks then. So no, I have no desire to watch that show.
It got better.
Well,
It's
and you
like-
know what sucks? It's like, and let me pull it
You
up.
wait a minute.
Wait.
Did
You
Geoff
can't
just do
say
that?
when
Did
you
Geoff
talk
just do
about
that?
The Office.
Yes, I did that as a callback. Jesus
I don't
fucking
think you did.
Christ!
I
I
think
did
you meant
though.
that seriously.
No, Agents
So
of
I won't
S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually pretty fucking cheesy garbage all the way through.
So going
it's-
into it,
yeah.
now that I've watched Captain America: First Avenger and Captain Marvel, next is Iron Man. Now, pre all of this, Iron Man is my favorite MCU movie.
Okay.
So I'm excited to watch that again because I haven't watched it in a long time.
Now,
Then is
correct me-
Iron Man 2, and that shit sucks. And I'm
okay,
gonna
hold up.
suffer through it though.
Hold up. Have you have watched all of them before?
No, absolutely not. Not even close.
Oh.
Do you want
Oh.
me to run it down?
Yeah, well, just tell me the ones you haven't seen. I'm guessing.
Okay, I
I'm
have
curious.
not seen Iron Man 3,
Okay.
Thor: The Dark World,
Oh God.
Winter Soldier,
Oh.
Ant-Man,
Okay.
Civil War, Homecoming, Ant-Man and the Wasp, or Far From Home. I have not seen any of those.
You know what's really funny is you went from like the worst in the MCU to gradually just like going up in quality. Because like Thor: The Dark World, if you ever like read into the production of that movie,
No, it just
is-
seems bad.
it's a shock that movie actually got finished and out.
I
In
feel
the
like we
manner
talked
that it
about
did.
this. On the
I love
last
Kat
episode.
Dennings, and I hear she's in it. So,
Oh,
We talked about it.
this.
We talked about it on the
review.
WandaVision. Yeah.
oh, okay.
'Cause we're
She
talking
was
about-
so good in that show.
Kat Dennings is always great.
I love two broke girls.
Fucking titties.
Oh, okay.
I liked her in
honkers.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
I love that movie.
She was a child.
No.
In that movie?
No,
she was not.
I haven't watched that movie in like 15 years.
I love that movie.
She had Michael Cera give her an orgasm in that movie, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
First of all, Michael Cera always gives orgasms. He's a caring lover.
First of all, Michael Cera looks like he's been 12 years old since the day he was born.
And
have I ever told you about the time I met Michael Cera?
Has the best fingers.
The best fingers? I mean, he's no vegan.
Oh yeah, Jim can't walk anymore, and Jim can't drive anymore.
Apparently. I don't know.
Fucking vegans can't use fossil fuels because it's an animal byproduct. Can't step on the dirt because it's animal byproduct. All over for you.
So Jim, I'm
Pat
curious.
Dennings is born the same year I was born.
Old bitch.
That movie came out in 2008, so yes, she was of age.
Have you ever looked into the production of your clothes by any chance?
You were closed?
Your clothes.
The clothes that you wear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Are they vegan sourced?
Yes, they are. You know what I wear?
What about all that leather?
What all leather are you talking about?
Leather daddy stuff.
If I own anything that's even close to that, I have my jacket that is fake leather. My boots are fake leather, and that's it. That would literally be it.
Now that
I literally
leather
Googled
daddy,
your clothes.
Now that I said leather daddy, I just want to watch fucking Arrested
Dodgeball?
Development. No, Arrested Development.
Oh, Arrested Development.
It's weird because like I'm going in the opposite direction. I got myself a nice leather wallet that's like not a $14 wallet from Walmart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I ordered a leather valet tray.
Let's hope they came from where they don't skin the cows alive.
Dude, so listen, I don't know what compelled me to order this thing. I truly don't. But I was like,
disdain for life.
No, shut up.
I'm sorry.
They're already dead.
Jesus,
They're already dead. So I got my nice leather wallet, right? And then my problem is that my keys just go everywhere around the house. I never put them in the same spot. So to force myself to do this, I bought myself a leather valet tray. It's like $20 from a company here in Dallas.
Yeah.
And say what?
Continue.
And it is a spot to literally put my wallet, my keys, and whatever else I need to.
So instead of a command strip on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how you know you make too much fucking money.
It's all
fuck you, Jeff, and your
a $20 valet tray. Okay.
And your Dick's Sporting Goods bullshit.
So the other part of it though is that it folds down completely. Okay. You take it with you if you're traveling somewhere.
Okay.
And then you have a spot to throw all your shit while you're traveling.
Oh
yeah.
It's called a bedside table.
Yes, I understand.
I have a nightstand.
I have a wooden valet tray.
Yeah. David knows.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you sound better.
I know it doesn't, but what I'm saying is that
mine's ceramic, so
a ceramic valet tray.
Yeah.
Okay. See, Michael knows what's up.
He knows what's filled with about 5 pounds and change.
A certain level of class.
Oh my God, David! If you start talking about class,
David, I was about to be like, you know what? Let me just see if we can return this bitch.
I was about to say you have become everything you hate.
I have one because Sarah got tired of my what I call my pockets being left in random places.
Yeah,
it's what I call my pockets. It's where my pocket knife, my pen, my wallet, my keys. It's just all the shit that's in my pockets goes in this tray.
Exactly, and it's just
is that just a bunch of foreskins and a belt?
It's kind of the same thing. That is a real belt made out of human nipples that Ed Gein made.
Gross.
I'm not showing that.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Jim?
I'm not doing that.
I mean, Ed Gein.
Oh, so let's not talk about. Are we going to talk about human cheese again?
Oh no! Thanks, Sarah.
I mean, it can't be worse than a nipple belt.
That's pretty bad.
I'm not. No.
Yeah, so I literally just couldn't tell you why I did it, but I was like, man, fuck it. It was not ridiculously expensive.
It helps.
Now, I never knew it was called a valet tray.
I only know that because I literally was searching for like a catch-all thing.
Thing?
Literally, they're like, "Oh, this is a valet tray," or
and Jeff's like, "Oh, I could have a valet tray. I'm so fancy."
I mean, Herschel calls it a trinket tray, which is probably a lot more apt.
No, because I don't keep trinkets in my pockets.
Right.
Trinkets are dustables that go on shelves.
Trinket tray, it sounds just like that one drawer in everybody's kitchen.
Now, a trinket tray could be where you put your jewelry when you take it off at the end of the night. Jewelry could be a trinket.
I've got a ring dish for that. That's for my wedding. No. Okay, Todd. You're going. Oh, let me explain. When we got married, we had
first of all
the vase made, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. From that, the guy was like, "Hey,
I have extra pieces.
I have extra glass. You get to choose whatever you want. You want a ring dish? I can do that. If you want a necklace, I can do that."
Shot glass.
So Julie and I each got I couldn't do a shot glass. That would have been interesting though. We each got a ring dish. That is where I put my wedding ring every night when I get into bed. A lot of people are wondering why I take my ring off. It's because if I don't, I have moisture that will get underneath there, and bad things happen.
So you're saying you're a sweaty boy?
Yeah,
I
need to. I just take it off every night, let it breathe.
My
Julia calls me a slut. Every
wedding
time
ring
is
off. In Todd's couch.
I don't
have that couch anymore.
Oh, then somebody's gonna be surprised to find a fucking wedding ring.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't find it when you moved. Like,
no, dude, it went into the couch.
It's probably like wedged between two pieces of wood.
Did you take a metal detector?
Why would any of us do that?
What are we, 70 years old?
How much do you think that wedding ring cost me? I'm dead serious. How much do you think that wedding ring was?
Okay, it's not that, Jim.
Uh-huh.
First off, does your wife know that it's missing?
She does. It was I have had like 4 wedding rings now. She's had 2.
Hold up. How long have you been married?
5 years. This October will be 5 years.
Fucking Christ. My anniversary is on Tuesday. And if I lost my wedding ring at this point, I'd be devastated.
Well, so number one, the one that I wear now is the ring she put on my finger when we got married. Okay. But it didn't fit great, so I got another one. The one that's in Todd's couch is that one. So when I lost that one, I just went to the thing and I go, "Oh, there's my original wedding ring. Put it on." And I've been wearing it ever since. And I ordered like 2 more just because it was like, they're $10 each.
Why does that look like a pillow?
That's just the way that it folds up because it has like little snap pieces. Like that's what I'm saying. The entire thing unsnaps and it'll fold flat for travel.
David, how much was your wedding ring?
I think I got it on discount for 12, but
oh my gosh, no, I'm done. I don't want to know. I'm done.
1,200?
Oh my god,
1,000.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Do you want to know how much mine was?
I'm sorry.
Why?
About
$750.
Why did you have groomsmen and not bridesmaids, David?
I mean, I should have replaced.
No. Michael, so this is the thing.
Shit done.
This is the thing. You were my best man at my wedding.
Uh-huh.
You were trusted with the rings.
Yep.
You did a fantastic job, right? I get David's rings. This is his ring and obviously his wife's ring. And I had to like every once in a while, because I had actually tucked it into my tux. Like I put it in my tux pocket, zipped up the bag, and I was like, all right, it's going to be in that bag. I had to.
We gave you a wooden.
You did. No, you did. But I'm saying like in the bag, like the tux bag, right? Like it was because it was like a zippered tux bag.
Right.
I had to 3 or 4 times before I went to bed take out the box, open the box, make sure that it was still there, close the box, put it back in the bag. I had to check 4 times before I went to bed that night. I put on my phone, make sure you check to make sure the rings are there in the morning. Because I was super fucking paranoid. Those rings were going to disappear into the ether And I was going to get to David's wedding and be like, yo, your $1,200 wedding, I'm sorry, man, it's gone.
Yeah, you don't want to know how much my wife's wedding rings cost.
Well, there was a moment, Geoff, I'm going to come clean now about it, where for like 30 minutes I did take David's ring, and I put it between my dick and balls, and I just kind of left it there. And then I put it back.
You know what's really funny about that is I could totally see you doing that. and then years later, he'd be like, hey, David, why don't you sniff your ring a second? He's like, David goes sniff. He's like, yeah, it smells like these nuts.
Oh, no.
And on that note.
I think we're done.
Todd, would you graciously lead us out?
I need to go melt my
Is there a name for that? There's got to be a name for that. I definitely did just Google cigarette between balls and dick because I know I've seen that. I figured there should be a name for that.
Jesus.
Yeah,
it's called the taint.
My organization box is definitely
wrong direction.
Yeah, that's the wrong direction.
Don't Google that in photo search. Oh God. Oh, I learned somebody's new kink and it's not good.
On that note, thank you everyone for listening to this episode. I'm not sure if I want to continue on with this podcast after that.
Don't put out your cigarette on your
Hold
tip.
up.
You can take your Lord of the Rings fanfic over to Retrospecs.
Oh, that'll be a different show.
Is that the final episode where we finally absorb it into this one?
Are you going to do a WWE fanfic over there?
Come on.
The Undertaker stroked the Rock's stone hard head.
Nah, the Undertaker wouldn't do it.
Butchered that for one. Undertaker would always receive.
Yes.
And so
he
would
would
The
demand
Rock.
For
it.
God's sake.
He would demand it.
And so would The Rock.
Know that there was fucking a stat in this. I'm done. I'm not listening to fucking WWE fan fiction.
You know who was probably their toss around? The Brooklyn Brawler.
Okay, I'm done.
And on that note,
yeah, it's been real.
Back to the tent.
For David, Jim, Michael, Geoff, have a good night.
Maybe Rikishi.
Oh God.